Hi everybody, it's Leela from Miss Kiss Creations. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be creating these beautiful alcohol pour beach themed tumblers. If you haven't seen my original alcohol pour tumbler, it will be posted in my description below, so be sure to check that one out. Like always, all of my materials will be listed in my description below as well, including all of my beginner help tutorials. With all that being said, let's go ahead and get started on these tumblers. I'm starting out with a 20-ounce stainless steel tumbler I purchased from Maker Flow Crafts. I sanded the tumbler down with a 180 grit sanding block, and then I wiped it down with 91% alcohol. After I wiped it down with 91% alcohol, I sprayed it with a flat or white spray paint. Below my tumbler, I laid some napkins down, and I also have my silicone mat because this process is going to be a little messy. You can also use a plastic wrap or a plastic trash bag. I am using my 91% alcohol. I believe I purchased this from Sam's Club, and I've also purchased my alcohol from eBay and Amazon, and also online from drugstores. I'll also be using alcohol ink, all from Holtz. The colors I'll be using will be posted in my description below. I'll be using Butterscotch, Aqua, Pool, Denim, and white. You can use any brand white. I just have Pinata white available. And if you work with alcohol ink before, you know it does stain your skin, so I will be wearing some gloves. I'm going to turn on my cup turner and then take my alcohol. If you want to put your alcohol inside of a smaller container, like one of those little squirt bottle containers, you can go ahead and do that. I just have my bigger container here. I don't have one of those. So I'm just going to be placing the alcohol all over my tumbler and drenching it. So you will see a lot of alcohol get wasted on this method. So if you are very limited to your alcohol, I would not recommend using this method. And like I said, it does get a little messy. So I'm not really concerned about putting the alcohol all over, 100% all over the tumbler, because it's going to get mixed around. So what I'm going to do is just kind of cover most of the tumbler, and I will be adding more alcohol later. So I'm going to start out with my Butterscotch alcohol ink, and I will be placing it on the bottom of the tumbler. And you can see there's a spot that it didn't hit my alcohol, which is fine. I will be adding more alcohol later. Now I'm going to go in with my second color. It's going to be Aqua. You're going to notice the butterscotch crawling up the tumbler like so. Let it crawl, let it just fade up. That's what you want to see. And I'm going to be placing the Aqua right over that color. And it's really good that the alcohol doesn't dry as quickly. So on the top here, the alcohol is still wet. I don't know if you're able to see that on camera, but it is going to be still wet. So I'm just placing this on the tumbler, no specific way. Once I'm done with my Aqua, I'm going to move on to my Pool. It's more of a teal color blue than the Aqua. After that, I'm going to hit it with my last color, which is going to be Denim. And I'm going to start from the top and just go down and just place that on the top of the tumbler. Now it's going to look similar like this. Once it does look like this, I'm going to take my alcohol again, my 91% alcohol, and just kind of put little spots of alcohol on the tumbler like so. You're going to see the colors kind of separate because the alcohol is flooding the tumbler. So it's making those colors separate more, kind of go out of place. And what I'm doing now is I'm trying to focus on spots that are dry. So now I am focusing on the areas that I have not hit with the alcohol yet. And I'm just kind of drenching it. I'm going to go back in with my colors. I'm actually not going to add any more butterscotch because I'm happy with that. I'm going to add Aqua right above this butterscotch area, just like so. And then I'm going to go back in my Pool and do the same. And I'm just adding this randomly, but I'm staying in the same area. I just want these colors in the same area, and you want to kind of overlap them. You want that fading effect. Now I'm going to take my heat gun and just apply a little bit of heat to this. What this does is it moves around the alcohol and it allows the colors to kind of move, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I am hitting the heat gun with low. I don't know if you noticed, but it gave it some type of layer whenever I added a little bit of heat to the alcohol. The purpose was for that. It wasn't so much adding heat, but it was kind of moving around that alcohol ink and the alcohols. So if you do not have a heat gun and you want to use a hair dryer, you can also use a hair dryer. So now I'm just adding my colors along this tumbler like so, and I'm just placing it anywhere around the tumbler. I'm trying to keep the colors in the areas that I originally placed them in, and you're going to see the colors fade. So I want to add more colors down at the bottom here. And then I'm just going to pour more alcohol on. Now you can do this over and over again until you're happy. Like I always say, do this until your little heart is satisfied or happy. And every time you add that alcohol in the tumbler, it kind of separates or fades that alcohol ink, and it creates cool little effects like so. And you can see where the inks kind of dried and where they didn't dry. So just play with it until you are satisfied. So what I like to do is I like to make sure the tumbler is completely drenched with my alcohol, my 91% alcohol. So make sure I have the areas that are drenched. Make sure I'm satisfied with the amount of alcohol inks I have on the tumbler like so. And this is when I'm going to go in with my white. And now I'm going to be dropping white alcohol ink on the tumbler. And this is where you're going to see that texture start to happen, or that 3D effect. Gonna give it some nice little layers. And I like this because it not only gives it some depth, but it also makes it look kind of wavy. And it gives it that nice, just like wave look. And you can see the colors kind of transform to different colors as well. So you place this on your tumbler however you like. You can see there's some area right here that I can see there's white spray paint right there. If you want to keep that like that, you can, or you can cover that up with more alcohol ink. So I just added that alcohol ink there, and then I'm going to take that with a heat gun, and that is just going to allow that alcohol ink to kind of scoot up on that tumbler. So I push that up a little bit. And you can add as much white or as little white as you want. And what I like to do is, if you want like a darker area, so if you want your alcohol inks to stick out more, you're going to add the alcohol ink once your alcohol is mostly dry. If you want the alcohol ink to be more transparent or more lighter, you're going to add the alcohol ink right after the alcohol has been on the tumbler. So more alcohol you add on the tumbler with the alcohol inks are going to fade more, and less alcohol on the tumbler with alcohol inks, the alcohol inks are going to be more vibrant and darker. So up here on the top of my tumbler, I'm going to take my denim and I'm going to add a little dark spot on here because I want more layers. So I'm just going to do this on the top, and you can see that nice little fade. And if this is too dark for you, how it turns out, then like I said, go ahead and add that alcohol on top of this, and you can see it kind of blend or fade away. But I'm just going to allow it to run. You can see that the alcohol kind of running, the alcohol ink running around the tumbler, and I'm just going to see what it does. If it turns out to be too dark for me, I'm just going to apply a little bit of alcohol over it, and it's going to fade out. So that's what I kind of do. I like to play with this a lot. And I will say with the butterscotch, it does turn a little yellow. No, it's not like sand, but I think it gives it a nice beach vibe. So I really like choosing the butterscotch. I know there are other tan or brown alcohol inks you can use. So if you like a darker brown on the bottom, so be it, and just use a darker brown. And then I just noticed that I didn't get the bottom as well as I wanted to. So I'm just going to add some alcohol on the bottom. And then I'm going to take a little bit of butterscotch and just place it right on that edge so it can just crawl on the bottom there. So play with this, make it your own. Like I always say, it's really, really hard to mess up this design. As you can see, add as much white as you want, a little white as you want, and just really have fun with it. So what I'm doing now is I'm gonna add my heat on my tumbler just to move that alcohol ink up, because you can see there's a lot of alcohol ink on the bottom. If you don't notice, I can see it in person. And also using this heat gun, it also dries the alcohol ink a lot. So if you do want the alcohol ink to get dried very quickly, use your heat gun, and then it dries it a lot, and then it stays in place. So I'm going to add just a little bit of alcohol on this tumbler just to mix this area just a little bit. And like I said, I should be using a smaller container, but I just don't have one. And then I'm going to be taking my pool and my Aqua, and just placing that Aqua right here just to make that area a little less white, if I should say. So then I'm going to take my heat gun, and doing these different layers at different times, it makes the tumbler have different layers. So that's what I like about this. And I'm just going to add some white to cover that up. And then I'm just going to allow my tumbler to dry like so. And you can see the top here, it made that nice little fade up here. That's what I want to see. I like how dark that is. It turned out really cute. The great thing about these tumblers are that you can repeat these steps over and over again. Apply the alcohol ink, apply the alcohol, apply the heat gun or your hair dryer over and over again until you're satisfied. So what I'm doing is I'm just applying a little bit of heat. I'm just trying to dry up my tumbler. And I really love adding that white alcohol ink after, because I really like that textured look. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to keep this turning, because these alcohol inks are still wet. So if I turn this off, then some of these alcohol inks they'll just drip down. If I turn it off and place it on my drying rack, then it might drip down, or I should say up on the tumbler. So just let it keep spinning. I'm going to allow it to spin for about 10 minutes. It should be completely dry. And after that, I'll move on with the next step. Welcome back, y'all. So my tumbler has been spinning for about 10 minutes and the alcohol is completely dry. So what I'm going to do now is turn off my cup turner. I'm going to take my tumbler and I'm just going to place it like this. Like I said, it is completely dry, so you don't have to worry about the alcohol inks dripping. I'm going to take my 91% alcohol that I have in my little squirt bottle, and I'm going to take my tumbler and spray the alcohol onto the tumbler. So if you do have one of these containers, make sure you are spraying more further away than you are close up, because I want to kind of make some bubble effect. So the further away you are, it's going to spritz the tumbler instead of drenching the tumbler. So I'm just going to probably put it about 10 inches away. I'm trying to get in camera, and then I'm just going to spray my tumbler and just turn it while I'm spraying it. And I'm just allowing the alcohol to spritz on the tumbler. I don't want to drench it. And I'd rather spray it away, more further away than more closer, because the closer I spray, the less of those spots are going to be on the tumbler. So this is obviously an option. You don't have to do this step. I really like how this turns out. You can see the little areas on the tumbler that are kind of like spotty. So for my next step of this tumbler, I will be taking the tumbler outside and I'm going to be spraying it with my Krylon Crystal Clear acrylic coating. This is my acrylic coating. I know a lot of people use clear spray paint. So if you have clear spray paint, I know you can use that as well. Anything that you use, what you prefer to seal alcohol ink is what you should use. So this is what I prefer to seal my alcohol ink. I'm going to be spraying 3 generous coats of this on my tumbler, and then I'm going to allow it to air dry on my cup turner just for about 15 to 20 minutes. So I'll see y'all whenever my tumbler has dried. I'm back with my tumbler and I have sprayed it with my Krylon Crystal Clear acrylic coating. I do want to let you know that whenever I said 3 generous coats, I meant 3 generous coats all at one time. So I didn't spray it, let it dry, spray it, let it dry. I just sprayed 3 coats all at one time and then I let it dry. Also, if you miss this step, then when you go and epoxy this tumbler, all these alcohol inks will fade. The only way to get around this is if you let your alcohol ink sit for at least 24 hours. So if you don't have clear spray paint or acrylic coating, just let your cup sit for at least 24 hours. Your alcohol inks will dry, and then you can epoxy it, and then you don't have to worry about your inks fading. So my next step, I'm going to be applying epoxy to my tumbler. I've actually made 2 of these, so I do have 2 tumblers. You can see that they both are the same concept, but they turned out a little differently, which is okay. For one of these tumblers, I'm just going to be applying epoxy, and the other tumbler, I'm going to be applying epoxy with glitter. The glitter I'll be using is going to be from Glitter Heart Co., and it will be diamonds. My epoxy has been mixed off camera. If I do sound funny, it is because I have my respirator mask on just to protect me from the epoxy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to be epoxying the tumbler that I will not be adding glitter to first. I am adding a very small amount of epoxy. The total amount of epoxy that I'm going to be applying is going to be 10 milliliters of epoxy. So that's 5 milliliters of part A and 5 milliliters of part B, totaling 10 milliliters of epoxy. The only reason why I want to epoxy this is because whenever I add that decal, I want the decal to be applied to a tumbler with epoxy. I don't want to apply that decal to my alcohol ink tumbler without epoxy, because if I don't like the decal and I want to rip it up, it's going to rip up that alcohol ink and it might ruin my design. Once I apply my epoxy to my tumblers, I'm going to allow them to spin on the cup turner for about 4 hours or so. After about 4 hours, I'm going to turn off my cup turner and then allow my tumbler to air dry or air cure for another 20 hours. I want a total drying time of at least 24 hours. The reason why I wait at least 24 hours is because when I apply my decal, I want to make sure that my epoxy is completely cured. I don't want to have to guess to see if it's not cured, because if I don't like that decal and I want to end up taking it off, then if my epoxy isn't 100% cured, then whenever I take off that decal, it's going to rip up the epoxy as well. My first tumbler is now epoxied, and now I'm going to move on to my next tumbler. I have my epoxy, and what I did was I added that diamonds with the epoxy. I'm going to be adding this epoxy the same way. I just wanted to see how it would look with some nice sparkle, because y'all know you can never add enough sparkle. And I know that I love diamonds so much from Glitter Heart Company. It always gives it that nice accent. So in the comments below, let me know which tumbler you like better, the one with the glitter or without the glitter. This tumbler will have the same drying time. I'm going to allow it to spin on the cup turner for 4 hours or so, and then turn off my cup turner and then let it dry or air cure for another 20 hours, allowing it to have 24 hours of drying time. So I'm going to allow these tumblers to spin on the cup turner, and I'll see y'all in about 24 hours. Welcome back, everybody. My tumblers are completely cured. The epoxy has cured for at least 24 hours, and I wanted to show y'all how these looked under epoxy. Now, the one that I'm holding in my left hand here is the one clearly with the glitter added to the epoxy. And then this one on my right hand is the one without the glitter. Let me know which one you like better in the comments. Of course, I love this glitter one. This glitter gives it just enough sparkle to really complement that beachy look. My next step with these would be adding a decal, adding the epoxy, and then cleaning up the inside and the rim of the tumbler. If you need any assistance adding epoxy to a tumbler or cleaning the inside of a tumbler, I will be posting my help videos in my description below, so be sure to check those out. These tumblers are finished for this video, but I have other ideas to add on. Those other ideas will be created in another video, so be sure to check out that video next week. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more tumbler and craft videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.